what Lionel Messi did or the rules of the Ballon d'Or since 2010. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are located in the world, a big hello to you. Great Guy Logia Production presents you VBO Sports, le vrai Ballon d'Or Sports. That means the real Golden Ball Sports. This show, this program has been created with the purpose of revolutionizing football through the world because there are too many mistakes in the game, too much corruption, too much injustice, and too much favoritism. We can't let people destroy our so beautiful game that's called football. We are working also on the award of an individual trophy to reward the best player of the year over a season that's called le vrai Ballon d'Or. The signification is the real golden ball. Just to compete, the current France football Ballon d'Or, the FIFA Best Player of the Year that's called the best, and UEFA Men's of the Year. That's why I would ask you to subscribe the YouTube channel of this show and other platform on social media. Share it as much as possible with your families and friends to create a large global audience around the world. The subject of today, what Lionel Messi did or the rules of the Ballon d'Or since 2010. With you to introduce the show, great guy Logeya, also known as Crack Terminator, the King, the Genius, the Magnificent. Let's go ahead and look quick to develop this subject. What Lionel Messi did or the rule of the Ballon d'Or since 2010. Let's get back to 2009. In 2009, Lionel Messi and FC Barcelona won the Champions League. So Lionel Messi was the golden boot of this competition and the best player of this competition. Uh, we didn't have any problem with that. So, despite in semi-final against Chelsea, it was a real disgrace, which that we will develop individually to explain you everything about this semi-final in 2009. When Lionel Messi arrived in final, he scored the second goal from the head and automatically he became the golden boot of this competition and he was the best player of this competition. As you can see at that time, they consider UEFA Champions League as the biggest competition that a player can win to get the Ballon d'Or. After 2010, it was no longer a question of winning the Ballon d'Or, a question of winning the World Cup, the big trophies to win the Ballon d'Or. As you can see, in 2010, they chose to devaluate the World Cup. They devaluated the UEFA Champions League just to give the Ballon d'Or to Lionel Messi. What Lionel Messi did in 2010, he won only La Liga and some small competition with FC Barcelona. But at that time, we had Diego Milito, who won the UEFA Champions League, the Super Cup of Italia, and La Liga de Italia. So when you saw all that, after that we have Andres Iniesta, who won the World Cup and scores in the final, and Wesley Snyder, who won with Diego Milito, and he played in the final of the World Cup. They were the three decisive players of 2010. So, as used to see, Lionel Messi is their favorite player, either FIFA or UEFA or France football. What they did, they choose to put the FIFA best player of the year and the France football Ballon d'Or together just to give the Ballon d'Or to Lionel Messi. Since then, what Lionel Messi did was the rules of the Ballon d'Or. What they said Lionel Messi was the golden boot in La Liga. Lionel Messi was the golden boot in UEFA Champions League. It was not no longer a question of winning the big title, the big championship, the big trophies to win the Ballon d'Or. They said that it was individual to win the Ballon d'Or. You have to win individual trophies to win the Ballon d'Or. That means, despite you don't win the UEFA Champions League, you don't win the World Cup, you don't win the UEFA Nation Cup, you don't win the UEFA Nation League, that means you are able to win the Ballon d'Or if you are only the golden boot in your respective league or if you are golden boot in those competition. That's what they said. They changed everything in 2010. France football and FIFA best player of the year, they put the trophy together that became FIFA Ballon d'Or. It was France football Ballon d'Or. But after they put them together, it became FIFA Ballon d'Or, not France football Ballon d'Or. Until now, I can say that you understand. It was the first change. But after that, in 2011, what we got in 2011, we had Lionel Messi who won the UEFA Champions League with FC Barcelona. What they said at that time, they said that now it's about the collective trophy, not individual trophy. But last year, in 2010, they said it was no longer a question of winning big title, big trophy to win the Ballon d'Or. You have to multiply, you have to collect a lot of individual trophy to win the Ballon d'Or. But at that time, it was Cristiano Ronaldo who achieved a lot of individual trophy. But they said that no, it was collective because Lionel Messi won the UEFA Champions League. Uh, he won La Liga in Spain. They said that Lionel Messi did deserve to win the Ballon d'Or because he won the UEFA Champions League. It was another change because that's what Lionel Messi did. What he did in 2010 was the rule, but they changed it again in 2011 because Lionel Messi did another thing. Let's continue. We're going to go ahead to 2013. When we came up in 2013, we have Lionel Messi who took a trash 7 goals against Bayern Munich. So at the time, I think that he wasn't supposed to be in the top 10 list of best player in this year. Despite that, I think that Lionel Messi was gonna win the 2013 Ballon d'Or because his opponent were Frank Ribery. Journalists don't like Frank Ribery. Coaches don't really like Frank Ribery. Nation teams captains don't really like Frank Ribery. So I think that they are gonna vote for Lionel Messi to win the Ballon d'Or 2013, despite the 7 goals in 2 games against Bayern Munich in Champions League. But in 2012, they said that he deserved to win the Ballon d'Or because he won the UEFA Champions League. But in 2013, it was Frank Ribery who did the triple. That means he won the UEFA Champions League, he won the league in his country, and he won the cup of his country. That means he was the best player in Bayern Munich ahead of Waben. But Frank Ribery is supposed to win the Ballon d'Or 2013. But what they do, they were gonna give it to Lionel Messi. But at that time, Joseph Blatter had some issues with Cristiano Ronaldo. What he did, so he said that he liked Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi is kind. Lionel Messi is like a son that everyone would like to have. But when it's about the other one, it's like a soldier. So like 1, 2, 1. That's what he went to say at the university. So at the time, so everyone saw that it was prioritized. Lionel Messi was prioritized over Cristiano Ronaldo. So everyone judged him. So I think that he did some change to the Ballon d'Or in 2013 just to give it to Cristiano Ronaldo. So he expected that people will forgive him. That's why they gave the Ballon d'Or 2013 to Cristiano Ronaldo. But in 2013, Cristiano Ronaldo wasn't the best player who supposed to win the Ballon d'Or in 2013. So everyone knows that. Even Cristiano Ronaldo knew that. And I remember when some journalists asked question to Cristiano Ronaldo and told him, so what you gonna do? So what is your expectation after what Joseph Blatter did to you at the university? He said, I want justice. That's why uh Joseph Blatter did some change and gave the Ballon d'Or to Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't deserve to win the Ballon d'Or 2013. But if it wasn't that fact, Lionel Messi would win again the Ballon d'Or 2013. In 2014, Cristiano Ronaldo won the Ballon d'Or 2014. So it was normal. He deserved to win this Ballon d'Or because he achieved a lot of individual trophies and a lot of collective trophies. He was the best player of Real Madrid and the best player of the world. No one has nothing to say about that. Let's go to 2015. Again, Lionel Messi did a lot of collective trophies, but all individual trophies were done by Cristiano Ronaldo. He has the Golden Boot in UEFA Champions League. He shared that with Neymar and Lionel Messi with a total of 10 goals, I remember. And he had the Pichichi, that's mean the golden boot for La Liga in Spain. That's mean Cristiano Ronaldo achieved the most individual trophy in 2015. But the fact that it was Lionel Messi who win the big trophies, they said that no, it's not individual trophies. It is collective big trophies. Again and again, they make some change for Lionel Messi. So for 2016, 2017, it was again Cristiano Ronaldo who won those two Ballon d'Or again and again. So every time that Cristiano Ronaldo won his Ballon d'Or, he has achieved a lot of individual trophies and a lot of big trophies. So he won the UEFA Nation Cup with Portugal and UEFA Champions League with Real Madrid in 2016. 2017, there wasn't no big trophies for the nation for the selection. So I think that it was the winner of the UEFA Champions League. It was the Golden Boot. It was the best player. That's mean those two Ballon d'Or, Cristiano deserved to win them. So uh, they are nothing that no one can say about them. 2012. So I think that it was the first time in my life I've heard those rules. They said that Lionel Messi deserved to win the Ballon d'Or 2012 because he scores more goal in the calendar year. It was the first time I've heard that. So Lionel Messi was the winner of the Ballon d'Or in 2012 because he was the player who scores more goals in the calendar year. That's mean January to December. So I never heard that there were some rules about the amount of goals that the player scores on the calendar year. So that for Lionel Messi, the mitigant is changed. What he did in 2010, what he did in 2011, so they dropped them and they came up with a new rule: 91 goals in the calendar year. That's why he won the Ballon d'Or. So you can ask yourself some question. So in which situation that he scores those goals? In which situation that he achieved so many goals? He didn't win the Champions League. That's mean the UEFA Champions League. He didn't win the Spain League. He didn't win any Super Cup. He won only Copa del Rey. What does that mean? That mean so when it's about playing with weak team, he scored a lot of goals. But against the hard teams, the big team, he couldn't score. That's the signification of what happened in 2012. So if you had scored so many goals, but you didn't achieve a lot of big trophies, that means you score a lot of goals against a lot of weak team. But the hard team, the strong team, you can score against them. That's the meaning, that's the signification of what happened in 2012. And when it's about DJ Drogba, so I said, DJ Drogba didn't even know he deserved to win the Ballon d'Or 2012. He didn't claim it because there were a lot of journalists who were talking about Lionel Messi, that means Didier Drogba didn't even think about himself. Andres Iniesta won the UEFA Nation Cup. It was the best player of this competition. He didn't think at least he was on the top three. But when it's about Didier Drogba, he didn't even know he deserved to win the Ballon d'Or in 2012 because Didier Drogba was the best player of the year 2012. But Didier Drogba didn't know that. He didn't claim that. That was so incredible. I will have to develop this point, especially for Didier Drogba. So the subject gonna be Didier Drogba didn't even know if he was the best player of the year in 2012. That he's supposed to win the Ballon d'Or in 2012. In 2018, whatever the change he could have done, it would be still Cristiano Ronaldo. What they do, they gave the Ballon d'Or to Luka Modric. Why? Because Luka Modric was the best player of the 2018 World Cup. He didn't even won the World Cup. It was only the best player of this World Cup. And they gave him the Ballon d'Or 2018 because of this individual trophy. So now we can say what it's about 2014, what's it about 2010, what's it about 2006. The fact that Cristiano Ronaldo was going to have more Ballon d'Ors than Lionel Messi, they decided to give the Ballon d'Or to Luka Modric. Because despite all changes that he have done to the rules to support Lionel Messi, to prioritize Lionel Messi, to make him their favorite player to win the Ballon d'Or almost every year, despite that, Cristiano Ronaldo equalized with 5 against 5 Ballon d'Ors with Lionel Messi. It was 4-1. And after 2017, it was 5-5. What they had to do, they gave it to Luka Modric. Cristiano Ronaldo deserved to win the Ballon d'Or 2018. Even Luka Modric didn't understand how he could win this Ballon d'Or. Even Luka Modric didn't understand, but they gave it to him, so he took it. That's normal. He took it. So let's go ahead to 2019. In 2019, they changed it again because Luka Modric didn't even score 5 goals for the whole year or for the whole calendar year. As a midfielder, Luka Modric didn't even give 8 assists. So how he could win the Ballon d'Or in 2018? 2019, Lionel Messi didn't win any big trophies in 2019. And like I used to say, with a trash 4 goals against Liverpool in semi-final. The first round, Lionel Messi won it 3-0, but in the second round, he lost it 4-0, and he get eliminated from UEFA Champions League. He hadn't won any big trophies in 2019, but they still gave this Ballon d'Or to Lionel Messi. It's supposed to be either Virgil van Dijk or Mane or Salah. It was their season. They were the big player of this year. I never understand what those guys did. Now, in 2020, they chose to cancel the Ballon d'Or because Lionel Messi was weak this season. He didn't really did anything. I developed that in the previous show. I explained everything. I explained the injustice that they did to Robert Lewandowski, who deserved to win this Ballon d'Or. As I said, it was his biggest performance of his whole life. So why did they do that to Robert Lewandowski? So I don't know. Now in 2001, they told me that Lionel Messi won the Ballon d'Or because of winning the Copa America. Now, it was no longer of winning UEFA Champions League. It was no longer of winning other big trophies like UEFA Nation Cup, Super League, and so on. Lionel Messi won the 2021 Ballon d'Or because of winning the Copa America. No problem. What is about 2019 Copa America? What is about 2015, 2016 with Chile, with Arturo Vidal, with Alexis Sanchez? What is about them? They should win too. What's about Uruguay in 2011? What is about Robinho in 2007? He was the best player of the 2007 Copa America, the Golden Boot, everything. So why he didn't win the Ballon d'Or? I have a lot of facts. I have everything. Nobody can say the opposite. What I'm explaining you. Now, 2022. Do you remember that in 2010 they devaluated the World Cup just to give the Ballon d'Or to Lionel Messi? 2014, it was no longer a question of winning only the World Cup to win the Ballon d'Or. But at least Cristiano Ronaldo won another big trophies, the equivalent of the World Cup, the UEFA Champions League. And he won a lot of individual trophies. That means he could win the Ballon d'Or. But what about Lionel Messi? He lose his mark with Paris Saint-Germain. And in the World Cup, he was awarded a lot of penalties without deserving them. Even if we call the leaders, we ask them to explain what they did, they won't be able to explain that. I'm telling you. In 2022, Karim Benzema deserved to win it at 100%. I don't have anything to say about that. Then it was to explain you everything about what the leaders did. If you don't do anything, if you don't help me to do this great job, maybe the player that you support will never win the Ballon d'Or. Your country may not never win a big competition because they are gonna always prioritize the team that they support or the player that they support. You should understand that. You should participate in this program. You should participate in this project. It's a big project. That's why we're gonna review a lot of individual trophy awarded to some players and to give them to the player who really deserved it. Ladies and gentlemen, Grega Logia Production presented you VBO Sports. This program was created with the aim of revolutionizing football through the world to stop the injustice, stop the corruption in football, stop the favoritism in football. We are also working on the award of an individual trophy to reward the best player of the year over a season called Le Vrai Ballon d'Or. The signification in English is the real golden boot. Just to compete the current Ballon d'Or, the current UEFA Men's of the Year, and the FIFA Best Player of the Year that's called the best. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell and share them as much as possible with your families and friends to create a large global audience to succeed with this project. I will see you for the next show. Take care.